Welcome and thank you for joining us. You're watching Millennium News Hour and I am Polly Parveen. Today we have brought top and trending news from across the nation and the world. Let's begin with the headlines. Democrats blame Biden for Harris' defeat in election loss to Trump. Harris urges never give up as she concedes 2024 election to Trump. Justice Department discusses ending Trump criminal cases. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz faces political challenges after short national run. Rudy Giuliani called to court over delayed return of property in defamation ruling. Governor Hochul pledges to protect New Yorkers' rights amid Trump presidency. Elon Musk SpaceX sparks backlash in Taiwan over supplier move request. Iran hopes for US policy shift following Trump's election win. Russia strikes Kiev in major drone attack after Trump's election win. Germany faces political crisis as the coalition government collapses. North Korea wins 2 Youth Women's World Cups in just weeks. And Mbappe misses out on France squad for Nations League matches. You were listening to headlines, now news in detail. Democrats expressed frustration after Vice President Kamala Harris lost to Donald Trump in the 2024 election. Party members and voters began reflecting on what went wrong, with some blaming President Joe Biden and his inner circle. Harris, who joined the race just 3 months ago, faced challenges due to her close ties with Biden, whose approval had been low. Many Democrats believe Biden's team should have addressed concerns about his health sooner. Harris' campaign was built on unity and change but struggled to gain support from key groups like young voters and women. Although she campaigned on issues like climate change and social justice, more voters under 45 and women shifted to Trump, surprising her team. Some Democrats argued that Harris' loyalty to Biden hurt her campaign, especially when she said she would not have done anything differently. Tensions also rose due to Biden and Harris' support for Israel, which divided the party. As Harris conceded the race, she assured supporters she would continue fighting for the causes she championed. The White House declined to comment on the party's response to the loss. Kamala Harris officially conceded the election to Donald Trump on November 8, calling on her supporters to never give up and to keep fighting for American democracy. Speaking at Howard University after Trump secured the necessary 270 electoral college votes, Harris assured the crowd, "While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The light of America's promise will always burn bright as long as we never give up." Her words drew strong applause, and she committed to a peaceful transition of power. For the first time in 2 decades, Republicans are on track to win the popular vote. At the latest count, Trump led with 51% of votes, while Harris held 48%. Joe Biden spoke with Trump on Wednesday, inviting him to the White House and plans to address the nation soon. Control of the U.S. House of Representatives remains uncertain, but Republicans have secured their expected majority in the Senate. With the House race still unfolding, Democrats see it as crucial to balance Trump's upcoming presidency. As of now, Republicans hold 206 House seats, while Democrats are at 191 with 38 races is still undecided. The U.S. Department of Justice has been in talks with Special Counsel Jack Smith's office about possibly dropping two federal cases against President-elect Donald Trump. Last year, Smith charged Trump with mishandling classified documents and trying to stop the transfer of power after the 2020 election. The Justice Department typically doesn't prosecute sitting presidents, which would apply when Trump takes office in January. Trump had stated during his campaign that he would quickly remove Smith if elected. Sources say these discussions aim to ensure a smooth transition between the Biden administration and Trump's return. Ending the cases before Trump's January inauguration could avoid conflict between Trump and the Justice Department. The charges against Trump include allegations that he tried to reverse the 2020 election, leading to the Capitol riot, and kept classified documents at this Mar-a-Lago estate. The documents case is currently paused, awaiting a decision in appeals court after a judge ruled that Smith was not properly appointed. The election case has also been delayed, as the Supreme Court noted that presidents have some immunity from criminal charges linked to official actions. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz's short-lived national political journey has come to an anticlimactic end. After being selected as Vice President Kamala Harris' running mate, Walz's campaign failed to make a lasting impact. In her concession speech, Harris thanked Walz for his service, despite his time on the national stage being marked by both highs and lows. Walz, 60, will now return to St. Paul, where he has 2 years left in his second term as governor. While his state was once solidly Democratic, the political landscape appears to be shifting slightly toward Republicans after the recent election. Walz had a prominent role at the Democratic National Convention and campaigned with figures like former President Barack Obama, but also faced significant setbacks, including public jaffers and difficulty appealing to moderate voters. Despite being relatively unknown nationally, Walz's down-to-earth progressive persona earned him some internet fame. However, his performance in the vice presidential debate was underwhelming, and his efforts to appeal to swing states fell short. As election results continue to come in, Walz's political future remains uncertain. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us.
This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed.
Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Rudy Giuliani appeared in a New York courtroom after failing to surrender assets as part of a $148 million defamation judgment. U.S. District Judge Lewis Lehman ordered the former New York City mayor to explain why he hadn't turned over valuables. Following a visit by attorneys representing two Georgia election workers, Ruby Freeman and her daughter, Wandrea Shaya-Moss, the judge's October 29 deadline required Giuliani to hand over items such as his $5 million apartment, luxury watches, and a 1980 Mercedes previously owned by Lauren Bacall. When Freeman and Moss's attorneys visited Giuliani's apartment, they found it mostly empty, with valuables reportedly moved to Long Island storage 4 weeks prior. Giuliani's spokesperson Ted Goodman criticized the legal actions, calling them intimidation tactics to leave him penniless and homeless. Lehman denied Giuliani's request to reschedule the hearing or hold it over the phone. Giuliani's legal team has argued against turning over assets while he appeals the judgment, but this has been unsuccessful so far. He was found liable for defamation after falsely accusing Freeman and Moss of election fraud, leading to serious threats against them. Governor Kathy Hochul delivered strong remarks on the 2024 election, affirming New York's commitment to protecting freedoms and rights under a new Trump administration. She highlighted New York's historic role in major social movements, from women's rights to labor rights, and vowed to keep the state a safe space for these values. Hochul emphasized that she would fight any federal efforts to limit the rights of New Yorkers. In her speech, Hochul urged President-elect Trump to restore the state and local tax deduction and to support critical New York projects like the Gateway Tunnel and the 2nd Avenue subway. She also called for continued backing of economic initiatives such as the CHIPS and Science Act, which aims to bring manufacturing jobs to the state, especially through projects like Micron's. While Hochul said she would work across party lines to achieve these goals, she made it clear that any attempts to roll back New Yorkers' rights would meet resistance. New Yorkers are resilient, she stated, assuring residents that she will stand firm in defending their interests. Now it's time for global updates. Taiwan's government reacted strongly to reports suggesting Elon Musk's SpaceX asked Taiwanese suppliers to shift their production to other countries, citing geopolitical reasons. Reports on Wednesday indicated that some suppliers in Taiwan, a key player in the global satellite industry, began moving operations to places like Vietnam and Thailand. Taiwan's Economic Affairs Minister Zhou Ku assured the public that Taiwan's industry remained robust and would handle the situation, but added that the government was closely watching these developments. Ku noted there was no official statement on SpaceX website about such a request, yet foreign media reported it. Taiwan's supply chain is very strong and should manage this, Ku said, adding that short-term politics should not disrupt ties between international satellite companies and Taiwanese manufacturers. Musk's decision highlighted his ongoing tension with Taiwan. In 2022, Musk suggested Taiwan accept a China-like arrangement similar to Hong Kong, a suggestion Taiwan rejected. The news sparked online backlash in Taiwan, where Musk faced accusations of being ungrateful. In China, however, social media praised Musk for his geopolitical awareness, highlighting his ties to both Russia and China. Iran called Donald Trump's win in the recent U.S. presidential election an opportunity for the United States to reconsider its past wrong policies. Trump, who won the election earlier this week against Vice President Kamala Harris, will return to the White House in January. During his first term, Trump took a tough approach toward Iran, following a maximum pressure policy, which led to increased sanctions. Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghei remarked that Trump's win could allow the U.S. to reflect on its previous actions. Baghei noted that Iran's experiences with past U.S. governments have often been challenging. Another government spokesperson, Fatima Mohajirani, stated that Iran views the U.S. election as irrelevant to its own national policies, indicating that Iran's plans would remain stable regardless of who leads the U.S. tensions between Iran and the U.S. have been ongoing since 1979. During Trump's first term, he withdrew the U.S. from the 2015 Iran nuclear agreement and increased sanctions, further straining relations. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us.
This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your fist.
Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You're watching latest global updates. Russia launched a massive drone attack on Kiev just hours after Donald Trump's election victory. The assault, lasting about 8 hours, saw the sound of Iranian-made Shahed drones and gunfire fill the Ukrainian capital. Kiev's mayor Vitaly Klitschko reported that 5 districts were hit, with 1 injury and fires caused by debris. Ukrainian defenses managed to shoot down around 30 drones. Russian official Sergei Shoigu stated that the West should reconsider its support for Ukraine, arguing Russia is winning the war. In response, Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, attending a summit in Hungary, rejected any peace concessions to Russia, stressing they would harm Ukraine and Europe. Trump's win has stirred questions about future U.S. support for Ukraine. Zelensky expressed cautious optimism, noting a great call with Trump, but analysts speculate Trump may reduce military aid to Ukraine. Moscow has hinted it might demand more land and leadership changes in Kiev as part of any peace deal. Germany's coalition government collapsed after Chancellor Olaf Scholz fired Finance Minister Christian Lindner of the Free Democrats following late-night crisis meetings. In response, other Free Democrat ministers resigned, leaving Scholz to run a minority government with the Greens. However, Transport Minister Volker Wissing reversed his resignation, deciding to stay in office but leave the party. Lindner will officially leave his position later in the day, with George Kukis, Scholz's economic advisor, expected to replace him. Scholz plans to hold a confidence vote on January 15, potentially leading to early elections in March. However, opposition leader Friedrich Merz demanded an immediate vote. Scholz's Social Democrats faced ongoing disputes with the Free Democrats, who opposed tax increases and supported budget limits. Merz signaled his party might work with the minority government but voiced concern about political gridlock harming Germany's economy. Economic analysts warned that Germany's current challenges, including economic stagnation, demand swift, united action. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. North Korea celebrated its second Youth Women's World Cup win in weeks after the U17 team claimed victory, following the U20 team's triumph in September. State media proudly announced the teenage players' success, saying they had impressed fans worldwide. The U17 goalkeeper expressed joy, dedicating the win to leader Kim Jong-un, a tradition for North Korean athletes. Experts attribute North Korea's success to strict training, discipline, and a desire to make their leader proud. Former South Korean player Lee Sang-yong noted North Korean women are highly skilled and follow rigid tactics. At the Asian Games, North Korean women earned most of the country's gold medals, showing they often outperform men in sports. The government reportedly selects top players from primary schools, bringing them to Pyongyang for intense training. Analysts believe North Korea invests in women's team for national pride, with Kim offering support and funding. France star forward Kylian Mbappe will not play in the upcoming UEFA Nations League matches against Israel and Italy. Coach Didier Deschamps confirmed Mbappe's absence, explaining it was for the best after consulting with the Real Madrid player. Mbappe, 25, missed the October squad due to a minor thigh injury but returned to club action shortly after, sparking some controversy. Last month, he missed France's wins against Israel and Belgium, instead taking a brief trip to Stockholm. Following this, Swedish media reported Mbappe was under investigation for alleged rape, which he and his lawyer strongly denied, calling the reporters fake news. The investigation remains ongoing. Since October, Mbappe has made 4 club appearances, scoring 1 goal. Meanwhile, veteran N'Golo Kante and Adrien Rabiot rejoined the squad. And Lille's Lucas Chevalier receives his first call-up as goalkeeper. France will play Israel and Italy in their final group games, hoping to secure a spot in the quarter-finals next March. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us.
This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feed.
Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,828.00. The NYSE Composite is increased by 364.21 points or 1.87%. Tokyo stock close price is 39,480.67. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 1,005.77 points or 2.61%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,383.81. The Shanghai index is decreased by 3.18 points or 0.09%. Hong Kong stock close price is 20,538.38. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 468.59 points or 2.23%. Bombay stock close price is 80,378.13. The Sensex index is increased by 901.50 points or 1.13%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Democrats blame Biden for Harris' defeat in election loss to Trump. Harris urges never give up as she concedes 2024 election to Trump. Justice Department discusses ending Trump criminal cases. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz faces political challenges after short national run. Rudy Giuliani called to court over delayed return of property in defamation ruling. Governor Hochul pledges to protect New Yorkers' rights amid Trump presidency. Elon Musk SpaceX sparks backlash in Taiwan over supplier move request. Iran hopes for US policy shift following Trump's election win. Russia strikes Kiev in major drone attack after Trump's election win. Germany faces political crisis as the coalition government collapses. North Korea wins 2 Youth Women's World Cups in just weeks. And Mbappe misses out on France squad for Nations League matches. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel, and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all at TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago VD Network and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.